Aloha, everyone, and welcome again to our Meet the Freedom Team interview series. My name is June Fuchs. I'm the founder of the Freedom Quest, and I want to welcome you all into this interview today. Today, we're going to meet a very special person again, as in every episode. We're going to meet Fabienne Weder. But before I introduce you to her, I want to share something really exciting with you. Sooner than expected, yes, that's right, very much sooner than expected, actually, we in the team have made the decision to open the doors for signups to our membership platform. I want to show you how it looks like on our website, right? So we have the website, thefreedomquest.com, and we have just yesterday night uploaded a section on the website that says, ready to elevate your impact, leverage your vegan influence, and save billions of animals. And it's the membership section, as you can see here on the top of the website. So if you scroll down, you can see the courses that are currently in development that we will offer as we launch the platform in January 2024. So we're having a course on mental and emotional well-being, How to Handle Objections by Carol Dillon, The Art of Conscious Relating by me. We have Master Your Energy by William Ward, Ethical Brand Marketing by Jessica Lohman is a course, The Art of Public Speech by me, The Art of Effective Teaching, Storytelling, and we have a vegan permaculture course by Pascal Potier, and we have a blogging course by Fee O'Shea. All of these courses are available only and exclusively for members of our Freedom Quest membership. And we're offering, that's right, we are offering a 75% discount for all of you that want to join the Freedom Quest platform in January 2024. If you go on our website, www.thefreedomquest.com, you can go on to the homepage, to the membership page. You can read our vision in every single one of these pages. I can show it to you when we go over to the homepage and we scroll down a little bit. You'll see that there is the same section. So all our courses are exclusively available to the members of our Freedom Quest membership, right? And you can sign up today for only $8.50 instead of $34 US. Simply use the early bird at checkout to secure your 75% discount. If you click here on this button, you'll get to the checkout page. And here on the right side, you see you can select the Freedom membership, $34 per month, or you can select a yearly membership, up to you. And then with the discount code, early bird, let's put that in, you see that price drop to $8.50. Then you put in your email here, you create an account on our website, and it will take you to the checkout page. That's right, super exciting, very exciting, and I'm looking forward to see who of you will join us in the Freedom Quest in January 2024 via this exciting early bird discount. I already see there's somebody in the comments. Juan is joining us. Yes, hello Juan, welcome. If you're watching this, please let us know in the comments. Miriam, hey Miriam, my love. Good to have you with us. All right, let's dive right into our interview today. We are interviewing a person today who has had a very deep, beautiful mindfulness and spiritual journey. She is also based in Switzerland, same as myself right now. I'm usually based in Bali, but right now I'm in Switzerland. And we're going to meet Fabienne Weder today. Same like myself, she has a beautiful journey with yoga. Let me just read out her story a little bit before I bring her on. So Fabienne grew up in Switzerland in a conservative animal product eating family. She went to India and trained as a yoga teacher. And from that moment on, she felt so connected to herself, nature, and all beings, she could no longer eat animal products. Feeling truly healthy and alive, Fabienne studied Conscious Chakra Dance at SuryaSoul and trained to become a professional holistic health advisor with Rüdiger Dahlke. I love Rüdiger Dahlke. Who knows Rüdiger Dahlke? Let us know in the comments. Fabienne also works as a communication specialist and copywriter, helping coaches and companies to achieve better health with strong texts. Without further ado, my love, Fabienne, welcome to the stream. How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. A bit excited. It's not that I've been interviewed many times till now, but yeah, super happy to talk a little bit with you.
Yeah, it's always very exciting when we start. I remember like my starting days with live streams. I was so nervous. You could like see me sweat. You could see me sweat on live streams.
I just made a post this morning oh my God, about that the skin is the honest organ, because you really see, when you're nervous, you're sweating. When you're lying, so don't telling the truth, your face is getting red, and you see like how healthy or not healthy you live. How much you are laughing about the wrinkles on the line. I just made this post this morning.
How many wrinkles do we have when we laugh? I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot.
A few. Good, no?
Happy people have beautiful wrinkles. Well, it's really lovely to have you, Fabienne. We find balance is your brand. You're offering a beautiful selection of ways to help people become more mindful in life. And for you, becoming mindful or teaching yoga and studying yoga has been very strongly linked to your vegan presence in this world. Do you want to take us back to the moment when you were like, oh my God, I'm gonna go vegan? Let's have a little story time here.
Yes. I even need to start a few years before. In Switzerland, I was like in this wheel of working and being married, having a really normal family. So, but something inside was like, I didn't feel very, very happy and fulfilled. And then, like, life often comes. There was like a not so nice destiny with losing a child, want to become a mom, but didn't work. And I really arrived in a very sad time in my life. And there I realized I need to do things that make me feel good, make me feel happier than I was in that moment. And I discovered meditation and yoga. And so I started with this, and then by coincidence, a school friend of mine told me that he was in this beautiful place during vacation on La Gomera in a finca, and I was like, oh wow, it sounds really nice. I checked the website. Oh wow, okay. You know what? There, next vacation I will go there, doing a holiday just for myself, with myself. Want to think about what is my plan B for the life, because being a mom doesn't work. So I went there, and I felt the first time somehow understood, and kind of the feeling of being at home, and that I can be myself. So kind of this week changed so much from how I felt and how I realized I didn't feel in Switzerland. And my plan was to be alone and to write a lot what I could do, but there were so many heart open and open-minded people. I was never alone. I met beautiful people. And on the way back, I had to wait for my flight, and I checked my notice book. And the first time I took it out there after this week, and I saw that I made some notes there 2-3 years before of the working place of my dreams. And it described exactly this finca. And I heard the evening before that you can apply for a place in this finca to live and work there, because it's kind of a working community retreat center. So I was like, oh my God, I wrote this down like 3 years before. Okay, so I went back home. I first like, okay, now I need to change my CV. I need to write it in English. Okay, let's see. I had like 1 month to write. My English was really bad. I didn't use it at all at that time. So after 1 month, I sent this application, and I knew there were 200 people on the waiting list who wanted to go there. I was like, okay. Anyway, with my ex-husband, we wanted to go traveling. So I said, like, okay, maybe after this travel, 2 years after, I maybe can go there 2-3 months, and then starting again a job in Switzerland. 3 days after I sent my CV, I received an email from the team chef there, and he was like, okay, it was beginning of April. I was like, okay, in July you can come. There is a free space. And I was like, oh, maybe now I need to talk to my husband that I sent this. I just feel like I need to go there. I really want to go there. So finally, Destiny said, okay, I wrote, I can't start from August. I have 3 months of, like quitting my job. So I quit my job in the same month. My husband said, okay, you can go 4 months. And then we start traveling. So I went there on the 31st of July, and it was a vegetarian community. So with vegetarian buffet, vegetarian vegan. So this was like the beginning of my vegetarian journey. And then things happened that I just felt I need to stay there. So I stayed finally 2 years. It was the end of my marriage. So it was all fine, really. It was the first time I really followed my heart, and I got to know this huge world and this deep world of spirituality, and it was really for me an awakening. And during that time, I did this yoga teacher training in India, this 1 month, and before I had to do vegan diet because of some ceremonies. So, and then we had to fill in a form like, what is your eating style? And I said, okay, they ask us to be as pure as possible. So not drinking, not smoking during this month. I said, okay, I'm going to be even more pure. And I say I'm vegan, although in that point I wasn't vegan yet.
Uh-huh.
And after this month, I felt so good and so connected. I came back, and I couldn't eat my favorite cheese anymore on the breakfast buffet. It was just not, I mean, I'm a Swiss girl. I loved cheese. But it just felt like a cloth in the throat. I couldn't eat it anymore. So I didn't even plan to become vegan. I mean, already my family had a problem with the vegetarian, but then vegan, I was like, what are you? Who are you?
Yeah.
So I just thought that, okay, let's see how long this cloth here, how long it will do. So, and it most of the time it's still like this. I met a new man, and I'm now a mom, so this came through. And when I was breastfeeding, and like the 5th month of breastfeeding, so soon before the child starts to eat a little bit, we were on Tenerife, and there I suddenly had this strong asking from my body of like eggs and a local goat cheese. So there I gave this for about 3 weeks, and then it was over again. So I'm so fascinated, because there my body gave so much from the milk production, and it was the end of like breastfeeding fully, that I gave this, and then it was over again. And since then it's again, not the need anymore. So I love this, that since this yoga teacher, then I'm so much connected to my body that I can, for me it's really the vegan, the first approach came from the health. This is also why then I'm making now this holistic health consultant with Rüdiger Dahlke, where it's also vegan and fasting a part of it. So I come more from this side, and just now through the years I also realized how the animals really are treated, what effects of the body, also health effects the animal products have on our health, on our body. So this came like afterwards. First for me it was really just like my body tells me no.
Mm-hmm. That's so beautiful.
It was a bit long.
No, that was just right. And it's so interesting, because I see all of these vegans coming in from different angles. So we have like people coming in through spirituality and like awakening moments, and then we have people coming in through like an awakening of animal rights and overcoming speciesism, and then we have people coming in from the health corner. And over the years, I have observed a little bit that people that live spiritual or like have a spiritual connection to veganism or a health connection, they're easier to fall off track with like staying in that value system. And I truly believe, also being a yoga practitioner and also having walked through multiple meditation trainings, that we as human beings on this earthly plane, right? Let's call it the third dimension, matter, everything here on this plane, we have a connection to the dimension beyond, right? Spirituality and yoga gives us access to that. It gives us access to the bigger oneness. But that doesn't mean that we can just, ignore what's happening on the earthly plane, on the third dimension. And I really love when people fully understand that. And I feel that with you. You really understand that the body is the connection and it's a tool to connect, but everything else matters too. So I'm just feeling really grateful to hear that part of your story. When was that year in India? It was a while back, wasn't it?
No, 2019, not that
Yeah.
much. Beginning of 2019.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting because that's the year I moved to Bali and I started really initiating into like my spiritual ascension as well. That was funny. That year, just before COVID, things were cooking and we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? Intuitively, something is happening. Where are we gonna go? So I love that you went to India and you embarked on that teacher training. Do you want to tell us a little bit about like your practice, like yoga? What does that look like to you? How does that influence your days? What type of practice is part of your life, so that people out there that maybe don't know that much about yoga can get some insights into how you practice yoga and what yoga means to you?
So for me, yoga is not only the positions and movements I do on the yoga mat. A very important part is the meditation, and I try to move consciously also through the day, so that I really feel like what is good for my body and what not. Because I'm also a Pilates teacher, so also from this aspect, the health aspect is for me always very important, and that I feel like there is energy in my body and that I can change difficult moments, like when I'm stuck in the thinking, when I'm feeling somewhere not good in the body. I can really, with the movement, so I make most of the time for myself in the morning, first the meditation, and then I just do what really my body wants. So sometimes it's just soft stretching, sometimes it goes towards intense, like with the Pilates mix. I love aerial yoga. So with the hammock, wherever I am, I try to find somehow a place where I can hang my hammock with, because for me, this is so the most beautiful yoga practice, because it's like dynamic and you need so many small muscles for the balance, and then it strengthens so much. This also brought me back into shape and power and strengthening my powerhouse after pregnancy. And it can deblock so much also from the lower back when you go with the head down. It's really, for me, and also it feels like doing 15 minutes of aerial yoga practice. It feels like I did yoga for 1 hour or even more. So it's also very effective if you don't have so much time, or if, like me, I never know when my son is waking up, so that it has space. This is for me really wow. And so I really feel, so what is needed today? And sometimes I just feel like moving. I also do this chakra dance, SuryaSoul, which is when yoga becomes a dance of life. So this is really my absolutely favorite practice, because it unites yoga philosophy, Tao philosophy, with like also the power, with the punches and kicks. It unites all kind of music and meditation, and so this is just the most beautiful practice I ever discovered till now.
I could
Yeah.
relate so much to that. Like the realms of ecstatic dance, shamanic trance dance, and stuff like that, where it starts unifying
Mhm.
these practices of mindfulness, of yoga, but also of breath, involving the breath and the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang, in your words, the power, the force versus the softness and the surrender. Yeah, I would love
Yeah.
to know, everybody who's watching, what is your experience with yoga? Have you been practicing, or Pilates, or some sort of like mindful dance practice? Let us know in the chat. I'm very curious to hear what the experiences are of our viewers and listeners.
Mhm.
Um, really beautiful. And I already see it happening, that we are going to host events within the Freedom Quest platform, right? So, as I said in the beginning, the doors are open for everybody to sign up to our platform for a very, very discounted early bird price. I showed it before. I'm going to show it real quick again. On our website, if you scroll down on the homepage, we have a new section that starts off with "Ready to elevate your impact, leverage your vegan influence, and save billions of animals." And beneath that, you have the list of the 10 courses that we're offering after our launch in January 2024. But for you, dear listeners and dear watchers, you can sign up for an early bird discount right now, which means it's not 34 US dollars, but it's only $8.50 for the month of January. So go ahead, check out our website, thefreedomquest.com. I will link it everywhere. It's linked everywhere. I mean, like, come on. www.thefreedomquest.com, and then you can go ahead and sign yourself up for our membership. For our members, as I said before, what we're going to do as well, and what I see happening with you, Fabienne, is we're going to offer virtual hangout places, virtual living rooms, virtual events in person, live, next to the courses that we're offering. And SuryaSoul is welcome in those courses. So we're going to offer these dance practices. I'm going to offer ecstatic dance practices. Some of the team members have already done ecstatic dances with me. If you're watching, team members, tell us how you liked it. Juan, by the way, says, interesting experience, Fabienne. Thanks for sharing.
Okay.
And he also says, have practiced a little bit, not constantly, vinyasa yoga, a few times kundalini, keen to get more into the discipline. Yes, you will, Juan, since you're also a member of the Freedom Team, you will, since this is, a new family for you as well. Anybody else in the comments? Your experience with yoga, meditation, mindfulness, let us know. Another thing that I want to talk about with you, Fabienne, whilst everybody is typing, is when we stumbled across each other, which was quite recent, actually. The Freedom Quest is a quite recent project. It's a quite recent team that has shaped and that, has built. So I'm very curious to hear how your experience has been as like a newer member in our team, coming in, meeting me, meeting the team. Can you share a little bit with us how the Freedom Quest is present in your life?
Yeah. I feel like I'm not a single individual fighter anymore. I'm currently I'm not sitting in Switzerland. I'm sitting in Italy because my partner is from Italy.
Nice.
And in that corner where I'm sitting, there is not almost nothing present, vegetarian, vegan. The food culture in Italy is quite different. So I very often feel alone and kind of an outsider and not being understood. So meeting you, I felt like, oh wow, it's kind of a family community that is like understanding me, and I don't need to explain how and why and why not. So this is one part, and the other part is um, I'm since very long time I'm convinced that like uniting, connecting, it's and going for something, it's so much stronger and so much motivated. Because I just, when we now started with we need money to build the platform, and so to create a team and a company. Okay, we do crowdfunding, and I was like, oh my god, in 2011 I did my bachelor thesis in communication studies about crowdfunding. Oh, wait, what do I remember? So it's like, okay, kind of everything what you do sooner or later has a has a reason, or it's like you learn for something more or less, or you did for something. So it was quite funny, and this just this being together and going for the same vision, but with the different aspects, like so the animal rights, and for me, like, okay, raising awareness and consciousness about what you really eat. I mean, just this with the cheese, so the milk from the cows, that there is a lot of, I mean, growth hormone in it, because the baby cow needs to grow fast. No, they, like many animals, they need to stand on their legs very soon. There is a lot of growth hormones in it. So like, okay, it lets grow then, for example, cancer cells very fast. And so this is like the health effect then. And that people realize, I mean, we would never think about making cheese out of the milk I had when I was breastfeeding. So like realizing these things. Or for example, I know people in Switzerland, they are like, in Switzerland, the water is already very good compared to other places in the world. So they put filter to filter out the hormones which are in the water. And at the same time, they eat meat every day.
Yeah.
There are a lot of fear hormones when the animals have been killed, and first waiting half an hour and see all their friends have been killed, and then they put all these fear hormones and the antibiotics inside. So like just opening the eyes. This is like what I would like to bring in the world, to spread like the health effects and what you're really eating when you really watch it.
You know what's funny? You just said before, and I had this really funny thought. You said there's so many growth hormones in the milk, right? In like the cow's milk. So I was like, oh, that's why people age so fast when they keep drinking milk. And it's true. Like I was like, I've never had that thought before, and you just sparked it. It was like, it's true. People age faster because they get sick. They get like heart diseases. They get what's the name? With the bones, the English name.
Osteoporosis.
Yeah, osteoporosis, right? I think that's the English name. But yeah, and I was like, oh, people get old faster when they drink cow's milk. And it's true, because they get sick, and being sick makes you get old and weak faster. So funny how you said that. I just had that train of thought. That was super funny. Fee, by the way, said before that she loved that you studied crowdfunding so many years ago. And that's another thing that I love about the Vreedom team. Like, this is the first time I'm building like a team to this extent, right? So many people, if you've been on our website, you've seen how many vegans are involved in this platform already and have different roles. And it's really the first time that I'm using my skills that I've learned in yoga and meditation to like magnetize, to see people, to get to know them to the core better, and to see where do they fit in, right? And with every team member, I had at least one in-depth talk before we started, getting them on board. And with you, it was quite fast, Fabienne. I remember we met, we talked, and I was like, oh, you're going to get in it. I feel that. I know that, you know. And it's so beautiful how, like, the courses that we're offering and the people involved, we're not only offering, you know, activism on the streets or yoga training, mindfulness courses. We're also offering courses that, you know, holistically help you become more whole. And with moving from that whole place within yourself, you communicate different, you change the environment around you differently, you attract alike, you attract an energy that's alike. So moving from the frequency or the feeling and the emotions of joy, of love, of happiness, of acceptance, which, I mean, yoga is to me mostly about elevating your state of mind and heart and body. It's mostly about that. So is meditation, so is breath work, and using that consciously to build a team. Because, you know, in our team sessions, we always like integrate some sort of meditation. We always integrate mindfulness practice, and we manifest together.
I love
And
that.
right, it's like it is what makes it work. It is what makes it work. And I've learned from my coach Shane Jeremy James, if you're watching, bless you, I love you, that, you know, the environment, the behaviors in a company, in a structure, in a team is what carries the team. So there's the vision and then the execution of the vision, but then there's also the environment, like the energetic environment in a team. And I just love having people like you with us, you know. Also Miriam, which I've interviewed yesterday, she said yes, and girls get their period way too early, and breasts grow also too early, too fast, too big, and they really suffer. True, there's so many deficits to eating animal products, and that's why we really want to get that to be you know, a past history situation. So 2030 is the year that we're having the goal, right? The Freedom Quest is the quest, as it's written down here, of veganizing over 50% of all humans on planet Earth by 2030, sorry, for the animals, the planet, and our health. And as I showed you before, we are currently building our online platform. Since today, the enrollment is open. You can join our online platform. All the courses are still in development. So when you join for a 75% discount. You're not paying $34 for your membership in January. You're paying $8.50, $8.50 only. And there's a little surprise as well that I actually want to share, because in the platform, if you log in, you get access to these courses here, right? I showed them to you before. So we have the mental emotional well-being, how to handle objections, ethical brand marketing, the art of teaching, storytelling, vegan permaculture, relating, blogging, public speech, and master your energy. Those are the 10 courses we're launching with in January 2024. But one of these courses is actually already ready. One of these courses is already ready. It's the first one that you see on this list, the mental and emotional well-being course that I've created. It's already ready. So when we click on it, it opens up a bit bigger. You see the description. In a still dystopian world, we vegans face a lot of mental health challenges. As activists, we often experience frustration, anger, sadness, hopelessness, and even depression sometimes. This course helps you and teaches you all the skills to create mental stability and emotional resilience, as well as inner balance. If you scroll further down, there's the exact course content. I know I've gifted all of the Freedom team members with access to this course. Some of you might have walked through it already. I know some of you did. And here you see the exact content of the course. So this is kind of like a little surprise for people that sign up with the early bird price. By the way, this course, I used to sell it for $250 US, and you're getting it for $8.50 now, alongside 9 other courses in January 2024. So this is a no-brainer, dear vegan friends. This is a no-brainer. Yeah, so we have a meditation module, a journaling module, a breathwork module awaits you, mindful movement, as we already talked about it, and then an integration module to help you integrate these practices into your day. That's the mental and emotional well-being course, which already awaits everybody inside of the membership page once you've signed up. So go ahead and do that, everybody who wants to. And I want to get back to you one more time, Fabienne, just to share a little bit more about your expertise with us on vegan health. You're studying with or under Rüdiger Dahlke. Now, I have a really beautiful experience with Rüdiger Dahlke, and I would love to also hear yours with him. I remember shortly after I went vegan in 2017, he was in Switzerland, and he was actually doing a presentation in a local church. The church was run by a vegan, how do you call that? A pastor or a minister, a vegan pastor who was like understanding the link between religion and veganism. Because a lot of the Christian religion actually points towards veganism. Just the word vegan wasn't invented when the Bible was written. So he started translating that, and he brought in Rüdiger Dahlke to a speech. And that was like my first ever vegan events shortly after I made the switch and I decided to become vegan. And meeting Rüdiger Dahlke in person, it was a highlight. It was really a highlight. This human is so eloquent, so smart, so humble in his approach of vegan advocacy. So I want to know, like, that's my experience with Rüdiger. How did you and Rüdiger, how did that happen?
Well, I'm part of a group, so I don't learn from him one to one. For me, he has just an incredible knowledge, and all is really based on studies. I don't know how many studies this man read, but really many, and it's based on his many years of being a doctor, being homeopath. He just has such a huge knowledge. It's surprising me. It surprised me every time when we have live calls. He surprised me with all the videos, all what I'm learning, what I read, all the books. I mean, I think he wrote over 70 books or something, and just like the connections he's doing between and how he's really reading the body symptoms, and how he's making the connection, and I don't know how many aha moments I have or I had already in this year, just by somehow and simple explanations, especially also in connection with the German language, what it really means when you like separate the words, or really realizing the parts of the words. It is like the German language is incredible. So I'm just fascinated every time I take the next video from the course. I take the next video. It's just, yeah, so much knowledge and so many aha moments, and understanding, and
Yeah.
I mean, one part is the peace food. So for him, it's plant whole pflanzlich vollwertig, whole
Plant-based whole foods. Here's a list
For
of
him,
the books, by the way, found it.
Yeah. For him, it's not vegan, because vegan is also, I don't know, also some alcohol is vegan, also fried potato is vegan. So for him, it's really also the healthy food, so the peace food, and especially then with the connections, what you see how the Krankheit als Weg, so all the illnesses, and how much influence you can have, and how much you can improve an illness, or even heal through a special diet, through meditation, through changing your way of living. This is incredible, and we would have so much less health problems, and so then also so much less health costs in the world if we followed a little bit more his way of living and eating. So, and it's really all based on experience and on studies on it's for me, it's really incredible what I learn in this, and and let's see how I will then. I now start the last chapter, and I feel like I wanna connect this wisdom with SuryaSoul, because SuryaSoul is also a healing dance. It's not only conscious dancing, it's a chakra dance, which is like based on the 7 main chakras, and with the conscious movement and also sometimes choreographies. So like really conscious chosen movement combinations. We end the chosen music, which is then connected to the chakras, to the energy and the vibration of the chakras. You can deblock blockages in the energy system of the body, and with this you start the self-healing forces of the body. So it's really it's really incredible how this dance helps to heal. So just the founders of them, Sabine and Philip. Sabine, she's living with a chronic disease, and she by herself, they also started to develop their dancing concept in the hospitals, and they say she needs to go once a year for 1 month for treatments. And she said, first of all, the dance saved my life. I would not be here without the dance. And she says, when we teach SuryaSoul in the clinic, in the hospitals, you see the change. Also, when someone comes has problems or is in a wheelchair, you still can dance with the arms, for example, or like the change they do just by being present and receiving the energy work in the dance. They open in a month, they change. They saw so many miracles. Yeah.
That's them, huh? That's their website.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also like this community from the Vreedom Crest, also there, the community. I didn't get to know one not positive person. Not they are all so shining. So yeah, this is the Swiss page. These are the Swiss teachers.
I see somebody we know right
Yeah.
here in the middle.
Yeah,
Right here.
these are the Swiss teachers. And then there is also SuryaSoul.com, and then this then is more them, and because they're also the community. In March there is a retreat in Bali, by the way.
Ooh,
Yeah, you
okay.
can dance with them from 1 week. Yeah. March
2024, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll be in Bali then again.
Good, man.
I'll visit.
Maybe I join. I would love
That would
to.
be fun. That would be so beautiful. I mean, we talked about that yesterday already with Miriam, that we're going to arrange retreats and resorts within our team in 2025 after the launch of our online platform. And once we've developed the whole online space, we're going to start taking it offline again and build communities outside of the internet, the Vreedom communities. And I'm very excited for that. So Bali, Surya Dance, I see us merging. I see the Vreedom Quest and them merging and you merging. So grateful for this experience. This is really cool. And I can't wait to actually experience a Surya Dance, a SuryaSoul dance with you, hopefully. And everybody in the Vreedom Quest team as well will be invited, as well as members of our platform. Once we launch, we're going to start heating up our live events for the members in our platform. So if you haven't done so yet, dear listeners, please get yourself the early bird discount I mentioned before. We have a 75% discount on the membership signups. This is the first time that I'm announcing this in this live stream, right? I showed it to you all before. If you go to our website, regardless if you go to the home page, this is the home site, right? If you go to the membership section of the website, you'll be guided to our courses. You can have a look at each and every course that is available on our membership site starting January 1st, 2024. If you click on one specific course, there's a little bit more details. Let's say the Art of Conscious Relating. If you scroll down, you see a little bit more details on the course, the curriculum. Some of the curriculums aren't just online yet, they're in development, but you have a short description on every course. And then there is a little link to the early bird reservation, because all the courses are only available to the members of our platform, which means each course is evaluated at a value price between $250 and $500 US. And you're getting all of them for $8.50. So sign yourself up today to reserve your spot in the membership platform in January 2024. And as I mentioned before, if you do so, you'll get an exclusive early bird access to the mental and emotional well-being training, which is already online and waiting for you inside of the membership. If you have any questions, dear friends, dear listeners, for me or Fabienne, now is your last chance to shoot them in the chat. I see Fee commented, amazing, Fabienne. This also reminds me of the healing dances of indigenous people. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, SuryaSoul, in fact, unites or includes many different dance practices, because also a lot of Indian dance, because they were living for many years in Auroville. So yeah, there are many different dance and yoga and Tao practices united and fusion to a beautiful practice.
That is so gorgeous. And I want to thank you, Fabienne, for being with us today. Any last words that you want to share with our watchers, our listeners? Any drops of wisdom for them?
Just let's connect and let's strengthen each other, and let's raise awareness of reaching to all the beautiful souls, and taking also, I think it's a really amazing moment to do this, because now when you see, I don't know a lot about astrology, but it's like such a huge transformation in these years now with Pluto entering in the new sign after many years. So it's like a huge transformation in the society, and I think it's just a perfect moment. And it's
Truly is
part of this positive change and waking up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We need to do something for
like
this world. Just do it for my little son also, and all what is coming.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for your time here in this interview. Thank you for being a part of the Freedom Quest team. I really love that you're bringing your energy into this. And for everybody who wants to get in touch with her, I've left you all with the links to Fabienne's Facebook. Just connect with her, Fabienne Weder, on social medias. We'll leave you with the links. Just reach out to her. She's available. And I want to thank you again in the name of myself, in the name of the complete Freedom team, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, on our website, we also have a team section, which you can scroll through and you can meet all the beautiful team members of our team. Miriam, Mackenzie, Divyesh is with us, Blas from Slovenia, Pascal is in France, Jacqueline and Quillen, a whole lot more. And every time when you click on one of these buttons, let's say more about Fee, there's a page that opens up that brings you to an interview, same like this interview with Fabienne today, which you can watch. You can meet the team member a bit more in depth. You can also listen to that on Spotify or Anchor. It's a podcast episode as well. And then if you scroll further down below on the team page of our website, you can reach out to them in person. There's the links to their social media. And again, there's the link to check out and secure yourself an early bird discount to be a member in our platform. So thank you all so much for being here today. In the name of the Freedom team and the name of myself, much love. Mwah.